Hey guys, it's Wendy here with Wendy's Plans, and today I wanted to bring you a video for Vlogmas that is going to reveal my word for the year. And I don't think I've ever even thought about using this word before. I could be wrong, but I think this year this is a word that I really want to embrace. This past year, my word was journey. And I think I really took that word to heart. And I took some journeys that I didn't want to go down. And I took journeys that I did want to take. So I think I really embraced journey this year. And that's not just taking trips, it's not just a journey to another place. It is a journey in my life and all of that. So I wanted to pick out a word for this year that was going to encompass everything that I wanted to do this year, like my word this for next year rather, that my word this year did. So I wanted to follow suit with a strong word that would resonate with me and would be something that I could look at each month and say, how am I going to do this? So let's show you my word. So my word this year is simplify. Now I looked at different ways of using this word. I thought simplify, I can't even say it. Simplify, simplicity, um, just different ways that I could use this word. And the thing was, I felt like I needed to do simplify because I need to work on simplifying my life. And so the first thing I want to look at is my planning system. And what I want to show you in my planning system for next year, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail right now because you will be seeing it really quickly. I have shown snippets of I'm grabbing my planner, it's a guy. I wanted to show you, I have shown you in a couple of little things, a little bit about what my new system's going to be. And what I found out is I ordered this planner cover. And this planner cover is a Moterm standard size traveler's notebook. And this is a B6 traveler's notebook. What I found out immediately when I got this was because, well, first, I ordered this because my new system for my social media is going to be the in-one booklet system from Sterling Ink. So I have two books in here, and one is the first half of the year weekly planner, and the second one is the second half of the year, and these are horizontal weeks. And then separate from that, I have the monthlies in one book by itself. I have a booklet insert. I have a reusable sticker book insert. And then I have the in one, this cover is, I need to dust it off, guys. It's just a notebook that she had um, on her site. Guys, I've got all kinds of stuff in here. But everything is contained into one system, and this would be my whole social media system. I like the thought of that. So after I got that, I had already picked out a cover it was a cover that I had to put this planner in. And I put it in that planner, and the only thing I could really tuck into that planner was this. The other books that I had to go in it, they would go in it, but not as well as this. And I thought, Wendy, what you're craving is a system, not a cover. So I ordered this cover, which is a traveler's notebook cover, and it's the same thing. I have a notepad, I have my folders, I have a second notepad, and then I have my planner notebook. So, guys, second thing, the core planner. This, so I'm skipping around from the order that I wrote down. So my planner system is going for everything in my life other than social media is going to be the core planner. And why I selected this was because it gives me an opportunity to simplify what I am doing. So I can use this for my trackers. I can set up quarterly goals, which I think I'm going to. And then once I've done that, I go straight into my monthlies. After my monthlies, I go straight into my weeks. My weeks go straight to some note pages. But guys, this is all the note pages I have. Just those few sheets. And I'm excited about that because this is about all the notes pages I really need in this planner. And I do have, I've got to get this in here right. I keep saying I'm going to do it every time I show you, and then I don't do it. But anyway, this is my planner system. And the planner that I'm switching to is the core planner, because I really figured out that I really needed a system, and I really wanted to go back into the traveler's notebook, and this is what I needed. And I didn't need all the notes pages. I didn't need the daily pages. So for me, that's when I realized that my word needed to be simplified, to be honest, was when I was trying to pick out my planner. So I'm simplifying my whole planner system. I still have a journal that is going to be separate, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But that is my planner system. I've got a social media notebook, which I've always had, and now I only have one planner that I'm using, period, for everything that I do. So the second area that I wanted to simplify was my lifestyle. I spent a year traveling, and guys, up until February of this year, my goal was to still go out and travel. But things happen, and they happen for a reason, and I knew that a lot of things are going on right now that I did not want to take the chance of being out on the road and getting involved in something that I didn't want to be involved in. And I'm just going to leave it at that. And then I wanted to be nearer my mom because I knew with her disease, which was Alzheimer's, that she was at the end. And I knew I wanted to be here with her. And while I was traveling, I would be gone for 3 months. I would come home for a couple weeks, and I would spend time with her. And then I would hit the road again, and I would come back after 3 months and repeat. But I felt like I needed to be here. And that thought led me to, what are you going to do if you're not traveling? You've got to have a place to stay. And originally I thought, well, I could just kind of go around North Carolina and have an Airbnb because I could get to my mom almost anywhere. And then I thought, Wendy, if you're going to do that, you might as well just stay put. So that's what I did. I rented an apartment. I have it through the end of March, and as as long as long as my rent doesn't go up really high, I will be here again for another year. And how does that simplify my life? Well, I already purchased furniture. I have, because guys, y'all know I had to buy everything all over. So simplifying my life is I'm not putting stuff in storage. My YouTube setup and my filming setup is all set up, and I don't have to figure out another way. Um, Everything is here where my family is, and I just feel like at this point in my life, yes, I still want to travel, but I can do that and stay here permanently. There's no reason why I can't just schedule a vacation and just go somewhere for a few days and spend time in a location, because there are still a lot of places that I would like to go see. But to simplify my life, I decided I was going to stay here permanently. Now, I just said I still want to travel, and I do. Um, I am going to slow down on my traveling. Next year, I have one big trip planned so far, and that's not going to be until May. And me and another friend are talking about um, going on a, maybe, I don't think it'll be more than a long weekend, a week at the most, um, to a place that I've already been, which I would, and that I would love to go back. And she knows I would love to go back. And she reached out to me this week and said, "Hey, would you consider?" And I immediately said yes. Um, but I think in a year that that's a way for me to slow down. It's a way for me to simplify my travel. Um, I don't want to make travel, I don't want to make it more difficult, and I want to enjoy when I go. Now, my year of traveling, I enjoyed it so much, and I saw so much and did so much, and I really enjoyed it. This year, I want to get myself into better shape where when I travel, it doesn't take me a week to get over it when I get home. And you all know I've had a hip replacement, and I have not fully 100% recovered from that. And so my goal this year is to build my core strength, build lose weight. Guys, I need to lose some weight. I never thought I would be the size I am right now. But I need to lose weight, and I need to start exercising because I need to build up my stamina so that when I'm out seeing the sights and doing the things, that I don't feel like I'm out of breath all the time, and that just my mind is so focused on not tripping, not falling, not missing a step, not being able to make it the next block, and just telling myself, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. I just want to go out and focus on everything else and know that my body is in a better place than what it has been. And this has been something that I have been dealing with for several years, because up until the surgery, I struggled with pain in that hip. So when I traveled and did things, I was doing it and I was medicating, and all I can take is Tylenol, y'all. Guys, I can't take because of my other health conditions. So all I can take. And so traveling and all you can take is Tylenol makes it a little stressful because it doesn't take the pain away. So I want to be out there traveling, but I want to do it where I'm healthy. And to get healthy, I've got to simplify my lifestyle and I need to get back to basics and do the things that I know I need to do. And one is to modify my diet and change that up to where it's a healthier lifestyle. I need to get back out there exercising and get my number one, get my weight off with the diet. Or healthy lifestyle. And then I need to start exercising and getting myself back into shape. And that's what I'm going to do. I want to simplify my lifestyle so that I can enjoy my life better. Um, Journaling. This year, I am going to be journaling in my Sterling Ink daily planner. Now, this is the deal. I usually I have a book, and I have shown this in other videos. I have this planner that I have been using. I've got several of them because I use about 3 to 4 every year. They last me almost a quarter of the year. So instead of having all those books, I wanted one place to journal. So this year, I decided to get the daily planner. I'm probably not going to use these front pages because I really don't need them. But what I think I may use is the monthly pages to document different things like how I'm feeling. If I do decide, Wendy's already decided she's going to lose weight, but I can keep up with that kind of stuff on my monthly page so that at least it's being used, and I don't feel like I'm wasting the pages. Then after my monthly pages, where are you? I go right into, it's a blank page here. Well, it's not blank, it's got grids, but it's just the January page. And then I go into January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd. This is just to save the place. But I am going to use these daily pages as my journal. And the thing that I like too is that by having this blank page at the front of the new month, this is where I can print out some pictures that I take, not necessarily daily, but in my general life, where I just take pictures of things that I see. I was with my sister-in-law and visiting her, and we did a lot of things, and I took photos, things of like me and her. Like my newest nephew or great nephew and my great niece, and things like that I'm not going to post on social media, but I would like to have in my planner. So this is going to be used for photos. It can be used to summarize the month, whatever. So I'm excited about this. So instead of having multiple planners, I am going to have one planner for the year for my journaling. And I'm trying to get my tags back in here. So that I think is going to be, will simplify a lot for me. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is my stickers. This year, I feel like I have used a lot of companies, and I'm glad I did because it allowed me to look at some companies that I had never used before. And guys, I used Simple Paper. I love that company. I would highly recommend them. I've used Graceful Muse. Highly recommend them. I've used Sadie stickers. Highly recommend those. I saw that My Newest Addiction has reopened her site, and I have used her stickers in the past, and I would highly recommend them. So this year, and I've been using Mandy Lynn Plans. Y'all know I have used her stickers for a long time. And so this year, instead of trying to keep up with all those subscriptions, I just need to simplify and I need to pick what I'm going to use. So right now, today, I'm going to tell you where my thought process is. No, I have not made the final decision, but I am going, since Amanda has switched over where you can order the washi paper for your stickers, I am going to go back to her kits for my planner, because not only have I changed my planner to the Sterling Ink B6 core planner, I have switched to functional planning. And guys, I'm just going to tell you, it's so much easier on me because I have certain things that I do certain days and I know I'm going to do on those days. Now, yes, there may be weeks that I move stuff around because of things that are going on, but I have a routine that I have built and I have been following it for the most part. Things come up and you can't always follow it to the letter. However, I clean a third of my apartment on one day, a third of my apartment on another day, and a third of my apartment on the last day. And so for 3 days in the week, I am getting all my cleaning done. That frees up so much time. And by doing a daily tidy up, my apartment stays clean. And so when I do start cleaning, I don't have as much to clean and I get through it really quickly. And it just makes life simple knowing that these are the things that I need to get done. So, functional planning for me is kind of like time blocking and color coding, and it's certain things that I do. And then all the free time that's there, I can decide I can do something. I can go to town, I can do errands, I could, if I wanted to go to a movie, I could go to a movie. I mean, I see all of this time where before I was just doing a to-do list, and to-do list you can just move it to the next day and I would just do nothing for one day. This kind of keeps me accountable to myself, and so that is simplifying my whole planner. Life is simplifying my life personally. So Mandy Lynn Plan stickers works for me for functional planning, and that is what I'm going to use. Where I have not made my decision yet is whether I am going to keep Graceful Muse subscription each month and use those in my journal, or if I'm going to get My Newest Addiction and use those every month in my journal. I have not decided. Now, the thing that's pulling me back the hardest to My Newest Addiction is because they're in North Carolina now. She lives in North Carolina. They're shipping from North Carolina. So it's easier on me to get those stickers, and I'm not having to pay a tariff or anything like that as I will for Graceful Muse. So I haven't made that full decision yet because I really love the Graceful Muse stickers. I'm just going to say it. So for me, I am trying to simplify my orders. I'm trying to simplify my life. I'm trying to simplify everything around me and make it more cohesive. And I'm hoping it's going to work for me this year. So that's going to be my word for the year. If you've picked out a word for the year, or if it's something that you do, tell me down below what your word's going to be. It's interesting to see what everybody picks each year. And I think there's only been one year that I did not pick a word for the year. And I, and I really, that year, I felt like I should have picked a word. And I kept thinking that the whole year. So, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you're enjoying my Vlogmas this year. And until next time, guys, bye bye.